I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
No, stop! What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh dear, we are in trouble.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 stupidest people.
The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks! You can't keep getting away with it!
If I speak, I am in big trouble.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always!
I really started to think, do I really want to do this anymore?
This is quite frankly the worst platform you can own FIFA on. It's literally been a copy and paste job for the past 4 years.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
It's gotta be the easiest job in the world, just pressing Control V every single year. Pokemon, Zelda, Mario games, go for it. FIFA, avoid it like the plague, my guy. Yes, I've spent over $100 because I decided to buy it last year with the intention of making a video on it, but we all know how that went. So now this year, I've actually decided to follow through with it as it's the last FIFA Legacy Edition to ever grace us on the Nintendo Switch. First off, EA need to fire their graphic designer because the 23 is looking a bit dodgy. The only, and I mean only positive that the Switch version has to offer is that you can play it on the go, in transit, on a plane. A portable FIFA in theory is fun to have, but no word of a lie, the compliments stop there. It's a glorified FIFA 17 demo with a FIFA 23 skin slapped over the top of it. I'm here to buy it for entertainment purposes only, trust me. We're doing it for the video, we're doing it for you guys. We'll be exploring everything this game has to offer. There is no Volta, no pro clubs, just online seasons, career mode, and ultimate team pretty much. No new menus, the gameplay hasn't changed. It's pretty much FIFA from the Xbox 360 and PS3. Do EA deserve to charge full price? Or is this just another one of their evil schemes to scam people out of money? Let's find out. I'm always keen to dig into one of my favorite features in FIFA of all time, the practice arena. And hey, it looks decent, it looks alright. At least it's better than the one on consoles. I'll take this arena environment over the same next gen one we've had for like 4 or 5 years in a row. Some palm trees in the background, a couple of nice little buildings in the background. It's not just that same old training ground that we've had from the journey since like FIFA 17, and we actually do get a replay of our goal after it goes in, which was an old gen feature as well. So it's fun to see the Nintendo Switch version have some cool old gen features that have been removed. I know, I promise no more compliments, but I'm sure it's gonna stop there as we take a penalty. I think this is the old penalty system called Courtois with a bang and save. I have some kind of faith in this game, but Haaland's 2 megapixel head isn't fueling me with confidence, I must admit. FIFA on the Switch is literally a giant red flag waving in front of me, and I'm walking straight into it. EA promised a free World Cup DLC add-on for every single console besides the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, you don't get any World Cup experience on here. Qatar 2022 does not exist. Comparatively, even FIFA Mobile got their own Qatar World Cup update, so it's not too far of a stretch to expect it on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, EA are making their feelings known that they do not give a toss about the Switch version of FIFA, and it's showing. Meanwhile, you pay $60 to get less features and no World Cup Edition DLC. This is just a horror show. I'm curious, how many people were actually playing online seasons in Nintendo Switch? It doesn't even say. Oh, I'd love to know that number, but I'm sure it's in the hundreds. Typical EA, of course there is Ultimate Team promos. Just give it a rest. Give it a break for a second, guys. I know this news is probably going to be tough to come to terms to, but none of my friends are in online friendlies. They've made the 1000 IQ move of not picking up FIFA 23 on the Switch. I guess they know what's up. It's $60 well saved from them. Just so you guys can get an idea of what kind of hardware and graphics we're working with here, this is what it looks like when you try and create a player. It gives you FIFA 13/14 vibes when it comes to these kind of graphics. Yeah, he looks like Eminem from Wish, but things aren't looking good in the graphics department, let's just say. But you can't really blame EA when it comes to that because it's the Nintendo Switch. The hardware just doesn't match the PS5 and Xbox One. It's just another feature that the Switch version is lacking when it comes to the new creation center in the game. This is the old one from a couple of FIFAs ago. You can't edit the animations, the different hairstyles. Very FIFA 15, 16 kind of menus. Yeah, Haaland is looking a bit more like a robot, bit more like a Terminator here on the Switch version. As he stares deep into the depths of your soul, I don't think they've done a bad job on him. Here, you've got the Champions League mode. They've tried to shove into this just to fill some space on the menu so it doesn't look empty. You can see Ultimate Team taking up twice as much room as two modes right here, but the Champions League mode is just the normal Champions League tournament mode. Nothing too much to get excited about. We can randomize groups, we can swap them, change them around. I think at this rate, the Switch fans just need to be grateful that they get this feature and the Champions League license in the first place, because they could have easily just have left this out. I'm probably going to take the piss out of this game for the rest of the video, but something I'm not going to take the piss out of is the soundtrack this year. FIFA soundtracks are something I hold near and dear to my heart. If you've watched any of my other retro FIFA videos, there's a dedicated segment in all of them just dedicated to my love and affection for each year's soundtrack. I know the songs haven't been out for a while, but there's some bangers in here I gotta put you guys on, and maybe we'll look back in 5, 10 years maybe and appreciate what these songs had to offer. It's a little bit more of a mixed bag this year. There's something for everyone on the soundtrack, so I'm gonna play you some of my favorites, and hopefully you guys enjoy them as much as I do.
Getting blinded by the lights, I got to tell you. Got the chaos in my mind, I got to tell you.
Alright, career mode, you've been staring at me this whole time. Let's see what you have to offer. Now, when it comes to the Switch getting no new features, they don't have Creator Club, they don't have the real life managers, and I don't think you can even create your manager on this one yet, but you've still got manager and player career. We're just gonna go for a manager one today, and we haven't got the full club menus that are on consoles either. We'll just go with Manchester City due to the fact they've just got the most money. Low probability of getting sacked here, but yeah, this is the career mode setup menu. You don't get the in-depth options of the transfer window strictness. No financial takeover you can give your club either, but we do have financial strictness, which was an old feature from way back in the day. You used to have board strictness as well, but I guess we'll leave it at that. You get the manager customization, and there is little to none. It's exactly like the old gen setup from like Xbox 360 and PS3, just with a bit of fancier menus, and now we advance in. It's like the FIFA 18, FIFA 17 loading screen into career mode. Manchester City excited about the future with BCHD. Don't get ahead of yourselves, guys. It's not going to be too long-lived. And okay, we've got the old pre-season tournament menu, advance to invites. Here we have the look at the old career mode menus. I guess this is your insight into what it would look like if they kept the old menus and didn't, you know, just copy the Ultimate Team menus for FIFA 23. The OG training makes a return, which is actually still on FIFA 23 My Player if you really dig into it. But you've got the old 5 slots set up, adding your best talents and wonder kids that you want to grow, and just clicking one button. and the count of 5 simulates it all. Some people prefer the old training before it got too complicated and you actually actually play them. It didn't just randomize the results in a convenient way. One of many old features the Nintendo Switch has to boast about on career mode. Meanwhile, we've got the OG squad report and squad ranking feature. That's a huge one right there. And we've got the old injury list. Okay, that's a OG one from back in the day as well. Basically, you could have a look at every single team in the competition, every single team in the league, and see what players they had out, what injury they had, how long they were out for. It gave you an insight into the other teams and something you just don't get anymore. Here's something FIFA 23 Next Gen doesn't have: the budget allocation slider. Yeah, you can't adjust your budget on the PS5, but on the Nintendo Switch, go for your life. It's a sad day when we still have the GTN Scouts. Unfortunately, that's a feature that made it over to the Nintendo Switch. However, we do get request funds, a feature which was removed, I believe, in FIFA 18, so you can tell what kind of build this game is. It's like a pre-FIFA 17 version of career mode that we've still got request funds on. You know, let's get an extra 10 mil in the bank. If I guarantee the board that we win the league title, win the cup, it would rarely work. I mean, this feature, you'd have to be so lucky for them to accept your request, and even if they did, they wouldn't give you the requested money you offered either. They'd just give maybe a couple of million. On the Switch, let's see if the request funds feature actually, you know, does its job. Yeah, I called it. I could see this one happening from a mile away. I know old career mode like the back of my hand. We get rejected our transfer funds, but it's because we've only just started at the club. They're not going to trust us straight away. Nintendo Switch, you're missing the one decent feature from Next Gen career mode, and that is the automated youth academy. We've got no youth players to look forward to here at Man City. Unfortunately, it's the same old situation from I think before FIFA 20. Lacking depth in that department, we've got the separate contracts hub. Oh, that's a menu I haven't seen for a while. The old school contracts. There's no squad hub. Yeah, there's no cutscenes either. Just the old gen renewal of the contracts and signing first team players too. That's a major feature that isn't in the Switch version. No cutscenes. But would you take it? Would you sacrifice it for the OG squad report? Take a look at this. We're throwing it back here. This feels like a retro FIFA video, but it really shouldn't be. The FIFA 23 Switch version has the OG squad report. Kind of has that book aesthetic to it, but you can take a look at all your players, their performances, attributes. These were the days, man. These were the days. Let me try sign someone. We've got enough money to buy Mbappe, so let's give it a red hot crack. No cutscenes here. Nothing to see. Nothing to see. Just the old offer up. This reminds me. Definitely giving me FIFA 17 vibes. Before the transfer cutscenes were introduced, we'll just offer up 100 mil, and yeah, we got to wait back for a response. No manager talks whatsoever. I'll also give it one more slight positive. I do feel like the menus are slightly faster. I know it's running on an older version of career mode, so there's less things to load. Kyle Walker's accepted his contract, and yes, we also have a few transfer offers. Oh, we've got the old accept, reject, and disallow all future offers. No cutscenes, just a straight. I wonder if they've still got the pen animation though. That's what I want to know. Let's just accept this offer for Bernardo Silva and see what happens. Let's submit. No, they haven't got the pen signing off. Major L there, Nintendo. Major L. And with Bernardo Silva sold to Liverpool, there is no transfer grading. That feature hasn't made its way over to the Switch. Not gonna lie, we probably would have gotten an F for that one. No news title picture, just straight up text. Just one more time for old time's sake. The OG training system. Let's simulate it all and watch it happen. Just the randomized results, bringing back the memories. And by some strange coincidence, we copped all Bs. Our mission to bring Mbappe to the Etihad has indeed been successful, as we paid £150 million, sorted out the contract, and we're uniting the next two generational superstars, Mbappe and Haaland, in the same team. This is going to be dangerous. Another removed feature in FIFA 23 Next Gen, the save button. Yes, just a click away. Why did that get removed? I don't know, but just such a convenient feature here on the Switch and not on the PS5. Just take a minute to let that sink in. We got no transfer hub out here in the menus either. It is very pre-FIFA 18-esque, as the player shortlist, this was your look at it. Pretty similar to the squad report, and it's literally just harking back the old memories of previous FIFA career modes, where you just have the list on the side, all the stats and attributes appearing on the right, and it's just one easy access tab. Thanks to there being no squad hub, there is the sell players menu, where you can look at every single player's status in your club, where they're loaned out to see if they're purchased this season, to analyze the total composition of the squad and add players to the shortlist. The GTN scouting area looks pretty much exactly the same as it was since FIFA 14, but something I did notice that is just a little minor difference is the transfer history. This menu kinda has a little bit of a different feel to it, only very slightly, and it's just a minor visual change. The career summary menu is literally exactly the same, copy and paste. I don't know if that's a good thing or it's just highlighting zero progression in career mode over these years. With the OG objectives before manager rating. There was no manager rating in this game. You just had your league objective, domestic cup objective. There were no board expectations in terms of financial, continental. All those other categories have been excluded here in the FIFA 23 Switch version, as the old gen manager objectives have been adapted for this game. So it's kind of like if FIFA 17 and FIFA 19 career mode had a love child, this would be the product of their amalgamation here, as we have the OG calendar, which is pretty much exactly the same, just no training schedules. It's a very simplistic career mode, but on the go, this could be fun. It gets the job done. And how could I forget something that I've shown so much love to in previous retro FIFAs and all the retro rebuilds I've done? It is the old feature formerly removed, squad ranking, where you can see the best performing players, who's in good form, who's climbing up the ranks, what players aren't making as much of an impact as you think. And it's just, yeah, another added layer in-depth feature that hasn't really changed, but it was good for when it was actually in career mode. When you jump back to these previous versions of career mode, you get some of those nice little golden features added back in. However, here is one that we were complaining about for years. The community wanted to reply to player conversations, and you just can't do that. I believe it was added in FIFA 20, and it still hasn't made its way over to the Switch version. Sorry, Alvarez, mate. Just like my ex, I'm leaving you on red.
It's an evil world we live in.
But we've actually got to give this game a fair chance, though. We've simulated to the end of the season, somehow ended up in a Champions League final with Barcelona. Who would have thought? Not me. But here's our starting 11 headed into the game. Mbappe, Haaland, Foden all leading the line. Edison copped an injury, so we're going to have to put Ortega in goal. Good to know that the graphics are doing a decent job. They're holding up. Is the gameplay as abysmal as it is on next gen with hypermotion, or is it going to remind us of the glory days with the FIFA 17/18 kind of arcadey gameplay? Let's find out. Oh, we've got the OG penalty system as well. We're going to go head to head with Barca, who just got knocked out of the Champions League this morning. However, no need to fear. We got the Champions League overlays. The graphics package has made its way to the Nintendo Switch. An incredibly still looking Tifo there. The Champions League trophy looking as shiny as ever. It actually looks better on Nintendo Switch than it does next gen. Help me figure that out. I have no idea why that's the case. Here's how Barcelona's lining up tonight. Pretty dangerous stuff, but is it a Champions League final worthy team? I don't know. And Haaland's going to kick us off. It's our first few touches. Why is the FIFA trainer on? First impression, I'm not going to lie, the grass is looking very, very dull. The players just look on dark mode for some reason. Things aren't looking too bright around here. As Rafinha crosses that one into the box, and it's a header straight away. Barcelona nearly opened the score. It's Haaland. Haaland. Terrible pass from Haaland, but Gundogan's won it back. A nice little step over. Erling Haaland, first shot of the match, and we tried an OG long shot, but straight it to Stegen. Back inside, we got Calvin Phillips. The gameplay feeling very linear and simplistic, which I don't mind. Mahrez back inside. Gundogan offloads to De Bruyne, tries to turn, and the responsiveness in this game, it is Mbappe with a scintillating strike on the edge of the area, and the Frenchman nearly found the top corner. Yeah, OG corner system as well, where you placed it, and De Bruyne with the header. No wonder why I hate new corners on next gen. FIFA 23 on the Switch gets it done right. First ever corner, and we've just found the back of the net with the most unlikely of headed sources. There was a man on the line as well. KDB, we need no plan B as we get this Champions League final off to a winning start. Marcos Alonso looks like his driving skills are as good as his goal line clearances. I don't know, I'm starting to come around to the Nintendo Switch gameplay. It's a bit more simplistic. There's a lot of older animations that I've seen the players do from previous FIFAs, and that's one of them. I think the number one issue is just the responsiveness. The first touches, the bounces everywhere. Players still moving a little bit robotically like the older FIFAs, but if you can deal with that, I mean, it's still a fun arcadey experience as Gundogan tried to find that through ball into Haaland, trying to track down as Frankie de Jong finds the equalizer for Barcelona, and the Dutchman fires that one into the top left-hand corner. The lead didn't last long, and the CPU actually decent on this game. For some reason, he decided to knee slide twice. One wasn't enough, but that goal was an absolute banger. Back to level terms. Big tackle from Gundogan. Let's try a long shot, and let's try the second long shot. Oh, yeah, De Bruyne versus Pedri. That's not going to be the next boxing match. It's getting sorted out tonight on the field in this Champions League final. He doesn't care. He's trying to break the poor man's legs. Ilkay. Oh, here we go. Haaland's through. If Phillips can pass a ball, that'd be fantastic. Mbappe taking no prisoners. Kylian. Big cross inside, and oh my goodness, again. And this Switch gameplay, it's starting to get on my nerves, though. Big tackle from De Bruyne. We find it out wide to Ruben Diaz of all people. He'll find Mbappe. The pace gets past one. Can he get past the rest as he cuts back inside? Ruben Diaz making his way forward. It's Erling Haaland with the finesse long shot, and it's a screamer. Haaland. It's a Champions League final classic into the top corner, and he whips out the Daniel Sturridge celebration in homage to the former City star. And Ruben Diaz with the assist. It's a shotgun. He's hit that one with all his might, and shooting on the Nintendo Switch just feels so much more satisfying. Not only on next gen, but on Nintendo Switch. Haaland is a lengthy robot. Mahrez taking no prisoners as Haaland. He wants to get himself an assist. Kevin De Bruyne wants a double. Kevin De Bruyne has gone at it again. And surely that's the winner now. The Belgian masterclass on full display in the big dance. And I've just realized I've won City the Champions League. I don't think that was my intention starting this video, but we've made it here anyway. As the perfect deflection ends in the path of Kevin De Bruyne, who just absolutely rifles it into the bottom left-hand corner. And I'm low-key enjoying the gameplay without hypermotion technology, without all the fancy new next-gen graphics. This game is surprisingly keeping me entertained. That is that. Game over. Champions League final over, but where it really holds up, is there going to be the same Champions League final celebration? What are the cutscenes looking like? Because the graphics are decent. I mean, it's a Nintendo Switch. There's nothing more you could really ask for. But okay, at least we get a different Champions League final celebration compared to the console. It's been the same for years. It's been the same for like a couple generations now. The Nintendo Switch Champions League final celebration is slightly different. At least there's a few little different cutscenes happening. There's a lot of players. Man City boys are enjoying themselves. It's defaulting to the team huddle circle. The Man City fans are looking ecstatic as ever. I'm surprised that could fill out the stands. No Champions League medal though, but these different angles, the way the Champions League trophy is glimmering, is shining, it's just getting me all kinds of worked up. It looks up to par. It goes down nicely as Ilkay Gundogan will lift the trophy. His arms are struggling to say the least. He's banging it on his head. What are you trying to do? Concuss yourself, Ilkay. He wants to get sent on an early ice bath as he just continues to bang it on his head. But the fireworks, the confetti, it's all going off in the background. I think, no, we do get one more cutscene as well. So it's the full 5-star treatment when you go all the way in career mode. The cutscenes are limited in the menu, but once you finally get down and dirty with the gameplay, okay, it's cut off early, but nonetheless the celebrations take place. I mean, there's nothing really more for us to do. Got no friends to play, got no one to find online. There's literally 0 people playing, and no matter what you say, no matter how much you bribe me, I'm not touching Ultimate Team.
A few moments later.
This is only for the content. I'm not spending another single cent on this game, on FIFA points, on Ultimate Team. I just want to see if the menus hold up or are still the same as next gen. Did their golden child Ultimate Team get the career mode treatment where it's just a shell of its former self? I see packs already. This isn't a good omen. I don't want to open packs, EA. Let me live. Stop showing me packs. I don't want to open any of them. We've got Nicolas Otamendi in one. It's making me already want to quit, just directing me to the store straight away. But we've got some packs to open here because EA want us to get addicted. But okay, it's the old school Ultimate Team menus, which I preferred anyway. Not gonna lie, this is giving me a little bit of nostalgia, throwing it back to the good old days. Oh, you know, one more pack won't hurt. 80+ player pack. Let's have a look. Let's see who we get. Pack opening animation reminding me of nothing. We literally get Fred, and it's the old school packs as well. I like this version. Into quick sell territory instantly for me. I will not have you at this prestigious club, Napoli AC. All right, Fred, you're not welcome here. But that's all the attention I'm giving Ultimate Team. It's the elite club from here, lads. In conclusion, L+ ratio, I just wasted $60. End me. Let's just give FIFA 23 Legacy Edition the royal send-off it deserves. The last ever FIFA on the Nintendo Switch. Wave your goodbyes, and yeah, that's a game I'll never be playing again. It's back to the actual good games like Mario Kart and Pokemon on the Switch for me. So yeah, that's FIFA 23 on the Switch. Hopefully I didn't convince any of you to buy it. Stay clear, stay very clear away from this game, as it is not worth it. It's not worth it. This is purely for your guys' entertainment purposes only. I wouldn't advise anyone to give EA more money, but we've made it to the end. Hopefully you guys did enjoy as I continue to flush money down the toilet. My bank statements kind of are looking like Barcelona's recently. We're 100% in the red. But if you did go on to enjoy and made it this far, make sure to slap the video a like down below, hit subscribe, turn on the notifications. All my social links are listed down in the description. As always, I've been Sir BCHD. Have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the very next video.
I've been trying, but to work through the same. Every day, this shit feel the same. I've been trying to work through this pain. Every day, it won't go away. I've been trying. So tell me who do